Well, here's something that will keep you up at night and then some. Families at one Waynesboro apartment complex are dealing with a bad case of bed bugs. But the most bizarre arrest of the day comes from Stanton, where Guatemalan drug dealers tried to hide a shipment of cocaine and, of all things, underarm deodorant.
At least in this case, thank goodness, no damage, but also those communication systems worked.
And party politics aside, that's something Governor McDonnell quickly came out with, saying how impressed he was with how Virginia's communication system reacted.
Absolutely.
All right, obviously, Mother Nature playing havoc with the satellites as well, and that's just the way it's going to be. That's what happens during this kind of weather. Ironically, it's the first hurricane to make U.S. landfall since 2008 and comes almost 6 years to the day after Katrina struck New Orleans. This not of the magnitude of Katrina, obviously. What about the feeling in the courtroom? With emotions running high, obviously, in this case, and also with some of the details and the brutal details starting to come out in court in front of Yardley Love's friends and family.
Wait a minute.
Look at that.
Right
There's
here.
a piece missing.
Well, you know, I was going to say the most amazing thing. I was told it was a whole pie.
A
horde of reporters.
Great.
You know what, Sharon? It was a whole pie.
Well, congratulations to those.
So, David, here you go to see if it's worth. Oh, you got to do the weather.
Yeah,
here you go.
The weather.
I'll
be back.
Thanks.
Save mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll say your piece is the one missing. You know, there is no question this neighborhood has seen things like crime and drugs over the years, although to be fair, things have gotten much better recently. Now a new police substation is about to become a reality, thanks to the company that owns this house here on the corner of 9th and Elm. Well, here's something that will keep you up at night and then some. Families at one Waynesboro apartment complex are dealing with a bad case of bed bugs. After countless sleepless nights, they have to toss the furniture, get out, and start from scratch. The crawler crisis is our top story at 11. NBC 29's Danica Lewis is live in our Charlottesville newsroom with more. Hi, Danica. Well, severe summer storms like the ones that rolled through today and earlier this week can leave your family in the dark for days. But weathering a power outage only takes a few quick preparations now that can keep your family safe before, during, and after the lights go out. NBC 29's Matt Tallhelm shows us in tonight's safety report. Albemarle County Police are investigating an early morning fight that sent one person to the hospital and another to jail. 28-year-old Hoy Wynn of Plattsburgh, New York, has been charged with malicious wounding. The incident took place in the 900 block of Manchester Court at Abington Crossing Apartments. When officers arrived, they found the victim with multiple lacerations, although the injuries are said not to be life-threatening. Police are still investigating the incident. Please call Crime Stoppers at 434-977-4000 if you have any information. Well, chances are you know a teenager who has been sexually abused. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be a victim by the time they're 18. Children, Youth and Family Services Healthy Families program is working to change those numbers. It held a workshop today for parents to encourage them to start a conversation with their children and teach them about healthy sexuality.
We can help.
The same workshop is available for churches and other organizations free of charge. A grant covers the expense. For more information, visit our website and click on news links. An estimated 1 in 5 veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan suffered traumatic brain injuries during combat. But until March of this year, veterans suffering from concussion-related injuries weren't even eligible for the Purple Heart. After receiving his Purple Heart on Tuesday, one Charlottesville veteran is finally finding the recognition he deserves and moving forward. Wilson is happily married. He and his wife are expecting their second child in about 3 weeks. Now one of his biggest crusades is to help people like his wife by fighting for awareness and support for veteran spouses. Well, coming up, disappointing employment numbers and growing concern over the national debt. Democrats and Republicans are united on one point. They don't like what they're hearing. Plus,
2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
It is the end of an era for the U.S. space program. The two major winter weather stories really combining right here at this intersection. As you can see to my right, crews diligently working to restore power to this intersection where all the businesses have gone dark. As you head this way and look at 29 itself, really the cars are few and far between, and the roads, as you mentioned, relatively good condition, all things considered. That's thanks in large part to you who heeded VDOT's warning and you stayed off the roads during the brunt of this storm, allowing crews to get things plowed. Now, VDOT says it will continue to focus on interstates and primary highways until the snow stops for good overnight.
When the first time I did it, that was the end of it. Let's hope.
It can happen that quickly. In fact, research shows that 1 in every 10 people that even tries methamphetamine becomes an addict.
What's scary is that even people who are not wired to do drugs, if they start using methamphetamine, what it will do to their brain, it will change the wiring of their brain to make them want to do more and more.
On their own, they're used to fight a cold, start a fire, or clean a toilet. Together, they're just some of the household items that make up one of the most dangerous drugs around. In addition to meth's main ingredient, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, other chemicals in the mix include ammonia and battery acid.
Just hearing the ingredient, you realize how toxic it is.
So you can use your fingernail polish remover, get your acetone, for example, or your isopropyl alcohol, or people use methanol products, things that are de-icers, things that are, for example, the gas line antifreeze to dissolve it.
All of these ingredients make their way through your body, to your lungs, your heart, your spine, your brain, or perhaps all of the above. Before and after pictures paint a vivid picture. Just from a physical appearance perspective, it can destroy blood vessels, lead to excessive acne and skin picking, severe weight loss, and a condition commonly referred to as meth mouth. Despite all of this, meth is the most abused hard drug in the world, according to the United Nations, with as many addicts as cocaine and heroin combined.
Brain penetration of the drug, access, all play a role in the addiction.
So it's cheaper to make, lasts long, you don't need to take as much, and you don't need to take it as often. So that makes it an ideal drug for someone who's trying to get high.
Like cocaine, methamphetamine releases dopamine in the brain, giving the user an intense rush of pleasure. But
releases more dopamine than cocaine and for a longer time. With cocaine, there is usually a feeling of high that lasts 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. With methamphetamine, the effect lasts up to 12 hours, and the effect continues 2-3 days later.
Lab experiments on animals put the comparison into even more perspective. Sex caused dopamine levels to jump from 100 to 200 units. Cocaine boosted their levels to 350 units. Meth brought the dopamine levels from 100 units to 1,250.
When I smoke meth, I want to go fast, and I want to fight.
Dale Tyree's criminal resume includes breaking and entering, abduction, destruction of property, and assault of a police officer. Tyree is a meth user and says drugs were involved in each and every one of those arrests.
When I'm on drugs and was doing crimes, I didn't think about what I was doing. When I was running from the police, it didn't matter what I done to get away. I had to get away. Your heart beats real fast. I mean, you want to go fast. I mean, everything is moving fast. I mean, I clean the house, when nobody there, But when somebody's there, I'm sitting in the bathroom by myself and listening. When I was do it, I go sit in the bathroom for 14 hours.
But while the user's dopamine levels shoot up, dopamine receptors are destroyed over time, making it impossible to feel pleasure. Yes, meth is a vicious cycle. With each use, the methamphetamine addict needs more of the drug to get that same feeling again and maintain it. And while the highs are high, the lows can be tragically low.
When they were taking me out to the police car, my youngest one come up, running up to me, and she said, "Don't go, Daddy, don't go. You told her she won't go."